diverse opinions that are being stirred into the pot for everyone. It's a more equitable future for not just ourselves, but our children as well. I know a lot of companies are concerned about their board doesn't care, or their finance, department, or whoever that, like, their investors aren't really that invested in equity or justice or diversity work. But if you really think about it, that's where the money will lie. We want everyone to be invited to the party at the end of the day. When Black and brown people stand up, we actually stand up for everyone. We fight. Our fight is everyone's fight. So it's not, to not be adjacent or in line or to get information, should I say, with the Black community is actually, it doesn't push the needle or move the needle for any marginalized community. We don't want a Black aisle. We don't want a black square. We don't want performance alliance. We want accomplices. We want brands or stores or partners that actually understand the demographic or want to lean into their consumers.
Generations prior didn't have the understanding to know that mental health is wellness. To lean into yourself and to have mindful practices is the best way forward. So I think that we're catching up. This is the grand awakening. As a society, we're all waking up at the same time and realizing it's okay to check in. It's okay. African-American women spent $1.2 trillion in 2019. They spend 2 times as much as non-Black consumers. Brands that profess to support racial justice and equity without a single Black board member aren't helping the cause or moving in the right direction.
So, we got a lot to talk about.
I always say this to people who are younger, and it doesn't matter what business you're in, but I definitely know there's so many people who do amazing hair, who are great hairstylists, great makeup artists, great styling, photographers, but I'm not in the business of makeup. I'm in the business of people. So people, the way you make people feel is your brand. The way people will campaign for you, they will fight for you, they'll fly you business, they will remember you if you make them feel something. Mental health. Listen, I grew up in a business that was not inclusive. We were waiting on the fashion industry or the beauty industry to be inclusive. We will still be waiting. But what's happened is, social media is so democratized. The democracy is the people, making sure that they have a voice to take down big companies, to hold market share away from brands. The beauty of now, the positive note to think about is the fact that we influence the world. Like everyone in the world, doesn't matter where you are, they want to look like a young Black boy from Brooklyn. Or any rappers, Japan, Shanghai, wherever you go. It doesn't matter. South America. But, it comes at a cost, and it came from us. That's basically been revolutionary to a certain extent, saying, hey, there's a beauty in knowing that it's okay to make choices that aren't always accepted by other people, as long as it makes you feel whole.
Yes. In any place that doesn't move in the most modern direction forward, we just don't need to occupy. And I think that's the work, that's the goal. We're talking about confidence in young women, and it doesn't come from something physical. Like, a lot of us think that confidence, comes from, as we teach children or younger adults confidence, it doesn't come from something that you put on. It comes from a feeling that's inside. I'll tell you this, being around Beyonce's or Rihanna's or J-Lo's or whatever, Mariah's, when you look at these women, one thing that they have in common that runs parallel through all of them is it's not about what you put on them as much as an inner voice they have in their head of loving themselves. They love on themselves. And it doesn't happen to do with anything that you purchase, anything that someone gives to you or does for you. It's just like, hey, listen, I know where I came from. I'm liking my journey. And I know that I need love in order to get to the next space. So when we think about the beauty industry thrives and lives and has been birthed on this European ideal of beauty. Since we've had a television screen or a monitor or even the cinema created the star in the 1920s and 30s. We've been, programmed to think that blue eyes, blonde hair is the pinnacle of what beautiful is.
What's the best way to continue to advocate for change in a corporate environment, in a structural, in a place where it's not just creative all the time? Like, how do we continue to apply pressure, but in the most diplomatic and thoughtful way possible?
Right. So in other words, it's not realistic to just build our own spaces, or just kind of create or our own L'Oreal or Vogue or something, so in the meantime, there is value in all these brands and organizations and companies. So realistically, we're always going to have people of color, Black people working in these spaces. So how do we make this work?
What does advocacy look like? How can someone be an ally?
I think it's just it's all about who you are and what speaks to you and how you can get out in the world and speak to the world in a unique way that is unique to you, that you feel comfortable with. Don't try to erase me. And if you don't want me to erase, speak up for me, please.
Yes. Woo! Guys, and that's that on that.